This is our next bout of the evening. This is a professional boxing bout scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division. This bout is brought to you by Private First Class Transportation. Reach out to Private First Class Transportation for your ride home this evening. Out of the red corner, Waverly Bagby.
Welcome back, fight fans. Second half of the card, Todd Romero.
Yes, it is.
We have a couple of professional boxing fights. Then we'll have the finals of the King of Sparta tournament. That'll be professional MMA. Following that, 2 more pro MMA bouts to round out the evening.
Yeah, so we're just getting started here, and it'll be LT Nelson and Luis Pena in that King of Sparta lightweight tournament. As you saw, Pena turn the lights out of David Payne, who is a very good fighter, as you said, but took this fight on like 2 days' notice.
Oh, my goodness.
So props to him.
Yes, indeed. Welcome into the cage right now for a bantamweight bout. 4 3-minute rounds is Waverly Bagby.
Cool name. I don't know if it rolls off the tongue. Bagman?
Well, check out the tail of the tape. Already in the ring is Waverly Bagby. 34 years old. He's 5 feet 8 inches tall. They made the 118-pound limit. 1-10-1, so a lot of experience, but not a lot of success yet for Mr. Bagby. Facing off against Richard Morales. Mr. Morales, the shorter of the two fighters at 5'2", 0-6. So also a bit of experience, but not quite the record that you
Out
would
of the
think he
blue
wants.
corner. Out of the blue corner, Richard Morales.
Well, here's the funny thing about that, JR. You could sit there and laugh at records and stuff like that, but then again, we saw a kid fight up in Wyoming during COVID.
Yes.
Came in with like a 2-16 record. We saw him fight twice. You would have never known the kid was 2-16.
Absolutely.
And he won his second fight that we had up there.
Yep,
And you know the young man I'm talking about.
I do.
Can't come up with the top of his name right now.
Isaac Johnson.
Okay, there you go.
Ended up with the ACL injury, and actually
Yes.
he's doing a lot of media coverage for Sparta right now. Check him out on Facebook. And I will say, I talked to him about his knee injury, said he's had a great recovery. I work in physical therapy, so it's kind of my job to watch people with these injuries. I watched him walk. You could never tell anything was wrong. I know he's looking forward to stepping back in the ring or the cage very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't let the records always indicate what's going on.
And there he is walking by us right now, is
Yeah.
Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heart, passion, and
Yeah.
a lot of these fights, you know, they can be a split decision or just something very, very close. And so as you're stating, the records don't always speak for themselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a professional boxing bout scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the Bantamweight division. This bout is brought to you by Tixar. Get your Sparta tickets from Tixar. And your King of Beers, Budweiser. Fighting out of the King of Beers, Budweiser red corner. He is a professional fighter having a record of 1 win, 10 losses, and 1 draw. Standing 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighed in at 120 pounds. From Colorado Springs, Colorado, Waverly Bagby! Fighting out of the Larry H. Miller Volkswagen of Lakewood blue corner. He is a debut fighter, standing 5 foot 2 inches tall. Weighed in at 115.6 pounds. From Westminster, Colorado, Richard Morales!
Okay, gentlemen, I instructed you earlier this evening. I expect a good and clean fight. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. As I addressed the corners earlier, this is going to be a legal blow. You got to stay off his trunks. This is right. The questions out of the red corner. Questions out of the blue corner. Touch gloves and let's fight.
Nobody with any questions, so
Nope.
the fight's going to go on.
Let's go.
The train leaves Pittsburgh, traveling east at 18
15
miles
miles an hour. Dude, you're starting to get into algebra and geometry and stuff like that. I can't go there. This is a true story. When I graduated DU, arts and science, I didn't have to take any math. That's no longer true. But this is a 10-point scoring system. I'll tell you that.
118-pound fighters, so you can expect exceptional speed out of these guys.
Step back. There's no holding. Step back, please, guys. Step back.
And Morales
Step back.
wanted to get in and clinch early on. Looked to me like he purposely stepped himself into that position.
Yeah. Let's see some action.
Stop.
Morales rushing in. Waverly Bagby right now and just not engaging much.
Yeah, it's like the referee might have his hands full in this one.
Yeah. There you go. That's a nice stiff jab by Waverly. You can see the difference in the recoil, like when you watch those earlier fights.
Stop.
Morales getting warned for holding. That's
Yeah.
about the third or fourth time he stepped in, looking almost only to clinch.
Waverly trying to, he's not using that height, and Waverly has got to use that reach a little bit, JR. Pump that jab out there.
He's got a significant advantage here at what was a 5'8" versus 5'2". So yeah, definitely stick that jab out there. What he's doing, pushing his hand out there and then leaving it
Right.
between he and his opponent is an illegal technique. They warned him against that in the dressing room.
Absolutely.
So you can't just stick that fist out there and hold it between you and your opponent.
No. Waverly took a short shot from Morales, so Morales has scoring, but Waverly's just not doing much.
Yeah, both these guys could definitely be more active. Good overhand right there on the end of that combination by Morales.
Yeah, and he followed up with it too. With a shorter fighter, it's tough to be the aggressor, but he certainly has been.
Agreed. Nice counter by Bagby there.
Yeah, Bagby's waiting for that. The problem is you got to have more of those.
I'm out. You're good. Just go right there. You go right there. Right there. Stay right there. Go right there, please. Right here.
See what the warning is here. I think it's
Hitting
probably
late.
either that or for pushing your opponent. Oh no, looking like he's signaling maybe an accidental headbutt.
I saw it was a clean headbutt. I'm not even taking a point.
Yep, you're right.
That's the clacked heads during that exchange, accidentally so.
Can't lead with your head.
Let's get it together. Ready to go? Okay, timer ready?
30 seconds left. Both these guys got a decent break there.
Yeah.
Morales very crouched stance, making himself
Even smaller.
even shorter. Yeah.
Well, Waverly's got to use that jab. I mean, he's got such a length advantage. Come on. Morales landed a couple good shots there.
Oh, Bagby with a couple of hooks there to end the round.
When you've got such a height advantage, you got to use that jab because it sets other things up.
Agreed. Yes, that's a valuable tool to have.
And look at the length that he has on him. And he's just, pump that jab out there.
Both these guys a little hesitant to fully engage, and like we talked about through a lot of round one, Morales, when he would step forward, it was almost without punching, just solely for the intent of grasping the clinch.
And there was no scoring punches right there. Nothing.
Almost a little elbow strike there for Bagby, but
This is what I'll say. This is the best possible case for LT Nelson. He gets more recovery time.
there you go.
That's how I'm looking at it. And that corner's wet, JR, so we'll see if that affects the fight at all.
I think the corner man's on it. Good call.
Yep.
Good eye, Todd. Like you've done this a couple hundred times.
Every now and then. Every now and then this squirrel finds a nut. Now Waverly, there's that little bit of a jab.
Yep.
Using the length a little bit.
Much more of what we'd like to see. Use those natural advantages.
There's the jab.
Yeah, and Morales getting caught on his way in now. That's exactly what Bagby wants to do.
Well, and Morales is coming in and head down a little bit.
Yeah, he's almost just charging in.
He's going to take the point.
He's talking to him about hitting with the legal part of the glove, which is just the front of the knuckles.
Not a hammer fist, 1 point. It's like a hammer fist.
Morales showing he took that on the back of the head too, so not only an illegal strike, but landed to an illegal target.
Okay, he's ready to go. All right, here we go. Timer score, keep it
All right, here we go. 2:21 still left in this epic battle. I'll tell you what, this place is packed, though. It is cold outside in Colorado. It's packed in here tonight.
Yeah, a literal Arctic cold front moving in.
Waverly's starting to get a little more aggressive.
That he is.
Oh,
and
he
Mr.
started
Bagby
talking
just
smack.
Bounced
and
his mouthpiece out. Oops.
Oh, man. Crowd's going to start getting on these guys here in a minute.
Second of 4 rounds, and almost holding and hitting there by Waverly.
Yeah.
Or Morales, excuse me.
Morales comes and gets one into the body. Waverly's still not using that length where he should.
In the corner of Bagby asking him, why are you hesitating? And I think you and I have that same question, Todd.
We're talking to the ref.
I was just going to say, a lot of talking to the referee.
Yeah.
Here.
I mean, this is a fight. Go for it. That left hook's landing a little bit.
Not a lot of footwork out of Bagby right now. Just kind of has himself planted, waiting to see what Morales is going to do. And Morales not willing to engage a whole lot.
Bagby he's fighting outside like he's looking for the counterpunch. You don't need to when you're that long.
Almost to the point where the referee could start giving a warning for timidity, failure to engage.
Yeah, I mean, let's go.
Step back. Don't fight it. Stop holding. Fight.
Waverly's got to use that. I mean, it's just, he's got a 5-6 inch reach.
Really loading up that right hand is Bagby.
Yeah, but he's got to use it.
Agreed. Morales just
there we go.
Well, I was going to say finding himself out of range, but then closed into where he needed to be.
Morales took a couple shots at the end of that round, probably 3 punches.
A little posturing there by Bagby, and it's a little early in the fight for that.
Yeah, the official's not happy with the corner over here of Morales because there was water all over the place. Blowing his nose off his gloves into the ring.
Neither fighter using the stool between rounds. Checking out things here on the replay, and Bagby again, just such an easy advantage that he's not utilizing. Morales, when he gets inside, he also doesn't take advantage of the fact that he has bridged the gap. He just almost only goes to clinch.
Gotta get that trash can out of the way. I mean, Jesus. Round 3 of what seemed like an 8-round fight. Let's see if they start getting after it a little bit here.
Yeah, you'd have to think that their corners would be in their ears a bit about wanting a higher output and seeing what you can do about landing some more damaging, some more telling strikes.
I mean, if you're Bagby, throw some punches.
Good advice in a boxing
I mean,
fight.
if you're in a box fight,
Yeah.
throw some punches. There's a stiff left that scored. Do more of that.
In the corner of Bagby calling for combinations. They said we want at least 4 punches, and I agree. Not going to win this fight with a single punch.
I can't take him down. Wrong sport.
Got to advance to the finals for that.
Yes. There's finally a little bit of a jab work.
Morales got to be cautious about letting himself get backed into the ring or against the ropes or into the corner.
Yeah, and Morales has cooled off a little bit on his pressure. He was pressuring for most of the first 2 rounds. If you call it that, I mean, out of the 2 fighters. We got 1:17 left in this round.
Yeah.
One more round, guys.
Just a lot of waiting here by these guys.
That's with some power. Finding some uppercut power.
Some of the best work of the fight by Bagby there was those body shots. And again, going into taunting mode is Bagby.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do that, you ought to be showing a little more, I believe.
Little more output.
Good body shot on the entry by Bagby.
Bagby, he's in range. And they're just not throwing, they're not gauging.
Yeah, Bagby just not taking advantage of being where he is.
Finally starting to land a little bit.
Oh, and
That's
that was
an illegal
another
strike.
clubbing strike.
Yep. He's not even going to call it.
That went to the back of the head. That surprises me.
I think he's already taken one, hadn't he? No.
Correct.
No, yes, he did.
End around. Well, there's going to be a warning for that for sure, but round 4 coming up.
Figured it would go for him.
And again, here we see Bagby, hands low, taunting his opponent. Was able to back him into the corner against the ropes. That's where Bagby has done some of his best work of the fight. That's what we're seeing in the replay right here. Got a couple of nice body shots in.
I don't know how you score this fight. I mean, Bagby probably won that round. The first 2, I don't know, JR. I mean, I guess I would say maybe 29, 28 after 3 rounds.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see 3rd, 27th for Bagby too. Bagby just landing the more damaging strikes and controlling a bit of where the fight takes place.
Morales coming out with a little bit of flurry to start this 4th round.
Like to see it.
Yeah.
Bagby sets his feet and fires back well.
Got to fight yourself out of that. You got not get in such awkward situations.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, though, Morales at least is trying to fight.
And shaking his hand down. Not sure if he hurt his arm or his hand there.
Yeah,
let's see if he throws that right hand. We're speaking of Morales here.
Yeah, I don't know if it was his shoulder or.
Yeah.
It seemed like a stinger.
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell what he was shaking out. A lot of times, if a fighter breaks their hand, you'll see him shaking like that.
Well, I don't know if this guy's throwing hard enough to break their hand, JR. A little uppercut. 2 minutes left.
Well, they started out this round doing what they needed to do, showing a lot more action, but now they're back into taking a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Bagby launched himself into that strike, and you cannot do that in boxing. Superman-type punches are illegal.
And Morales just dropped his mouth guard.
And almost purposely looked like he took it out, spit it out. And that could be a foul, too.
Yeah.
Because what it does is it gives you some time, it gives you a break. And you noticed immediately after he spit it out, he bent over and put his hands on his knees.
Nice stiff jab by Morales.
Stop. Time out. Time out. Stop. Time out. Right here. Yo. Right there.
Oh my gosh.
Not sure what happened here.
Low blow.
See if we can hear. Oh, okay, I missed it.
He may be going back again, JR. I thought it was Lobo, but he may be going back again because of how he's punching.
To the back of the head. -1 point.
Punching to the back of the head.
Okay, yep. Using that hammer fist.
Which-
they call it as a martial arts type strike. Is
Which,
a
if
hammer
you're a
fist.
taller guy, JR, that can happen.
It's there.
You've got to control that.
Yep. Yeah, as a literal professional athlete, it's up to you to be in control of those strikes and make sure that you're doing techniques that are within the rule set.
And this gives Morales, more of a blow. We just saw him spit his mouthpiece
Yeah,
out.
I was going to
Put
say
his-
some time to recover, and he needed that. So Bagby kind of handing his opponent what he needs in the way of 1, points, and 2, time to recover.
Yep.
Gentlemen, ready? Let's fight.
So I know if there's 3 knockdowns in a fight, they'll call at the end of the fight. I don't know if there's a number of fouls that
Right.
will lead to an automatic end of the bout.
But look at where you can't.
He turned away. I'm not sure if he thinks he got thumbed in the eye, but it's right there. It's in the eye. And Doc Alex being called in to take a look at things. So I'm not sure. Maybe
I thought he hit him on the button.
yeah, maybe we can get a look on the replay and see if it was the thumb that went in. But I'm trying to look at the gloves and see if these gloves have attached thumbs, which some gloves do. And I don't think they are.
I don't think they are.
So not sure how or what strike landed that would cause that to be illegal. You and I missed whatever part of that strike that was.
Wow, this is one of the most bizarre fights I've called, JR.
Agreed. There's a lot going on. Referee's busy in this one. Just over a minute left.
Gentlemen, ready?
Minute 7 left in this never-ending fight.
And again, the shoulder or arm injury of Morales rears its head.
Now this is where this is where you want to fight. This is where they should have been fighting all along.
Exactly. Gentlemen showing us what they can do now. Definitely could have stood to have seen more of this.
Yeah. Both going at it now.
Bagby jawing a little bit, gets his head snapped back. Almost another illegal technique. Almost came over the top with that like he was throwing a fastball. "20 seconds to go. Let's see who can dig deep here."
Mercifully. Bagby, I don't know how he's going to win this with so many deductions.
Yeah, with a couple points having been taken away.
Bagby throwing uppercuts from the ropes. That's it.
Referee telling the fighters to punch out on that. Didn't want to have to get involved anymore. And both guys, good job with the output in the final third of that round. Wish he had seen more of that throughout the beginning portions of that fight, Todd.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit better right there. I mean, listen, Bagby has a reach advantage. You got to use your jab there. And, you can't be, when you're a professional, you got to know, you got to control your weapon. You can't be throwing illegal strikes like that. I get that you have the height advantage, but you've got to snap that punch back out there. It goes back to what you were talking about in the fight before, about recoiling, knowing what your weapons are.
And there we see it, that clubbing overhand right. And Bagby looked at the referee because he knew he'd made a mistake there, and the referee let that one go. So,
I mean,
Speaking of the referee, Tim Mills, very busy in that fight.
Yeah, and I don't. You score this fight. Well, you got 2 points taken off. That's 2 rounds. I don't know how Bagby wins the fight.
Agreed. Yeah, so when the winner is declared, fight fans, no matter which way it goes, remember when the scores are read that there was 2-point deduction.
I mean, you're talking high-level math here for me, dude. Well, hopefully the wait is going to be worth it.
Giving LT a little more time to recover. This is where the guys got into a bit of a slugfest, and definitely some of the more entertaining exchanges of the fights. This is the end of the round right here, and the referee's telling them, fight out of there, fight out of there.
Listen, the last minute 7, I can live with. It was the best part of the fight.
Fancy footwork by Josh getting into the ring.
Yeah,
all
there
right,
you go,
we'll
big
take
man.
it up to Josh. He's got the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards.
Carry the 1.
Judge Short scores this bout 38-36, Morales. Judge Van Tyne scores this bout 39-35, Morales. And Judge Amanda scores this bout 37-37, declaring your winner by majority decision, Richard Morales.
So
Well, there you go.
Yeah, a lot of it by virtue of the points that were deducted for the illegal techniques. Congratulations, Mr. Rouse. Goes home with his victory.
Yeah, pretty much an even fight if you take those 2 points and add it back into the plus column.
Yep.